TikTok, it's time to rock. Hey guys in the chat, I just want to say something that just dawned on me as we were watching the intro vid. When we get 1,000 members and we have a behind the scenes community page, we'll let you guys into what we do in the green room before we go live, because I tell you what, we have a bit of fun. There's a bit of fun going down in the green room, and
at my expense.
Oh my gosh, it's
if we get 1,000 subscribers, I will put lighter fluid on my finger and I will light my finger on fire live like Brad.
You guys heard that live? Let's share this channel.
I'll do it.
Share. There's a couple of things that are going to happen when we hit 1,000.
I will do it.
It's obviously it's our pleasure to be here with you guys for the midweek special. Even though we're probably not midweek, we're midweek. You guys in North America aren't midweek. You guys are still on Tuesday.
Tomorrow would be midweek, but it's a holiday weekend. We get a 3-day weekend, so hell, it's a midweek.
Okay, it's midweek where Brad and I are. Yep. As usual, guys, it's my pleasure to be here with the Rev and with Brad. We've got an hour and a half of complete and utter mayhem to go through. So if you guys have any questions in the chat, we'll always try to get through them. But yeah, it's a pleasure. We look forward to getting together again in 2 weeks' time for the Van Halen 1 ranking show. So that will be a good one as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. Been listening to Van Halen 1 for a long time now.
Yeah, you know what? So some of you guys know I work in this office every day. So in fact, I was telling my wife today, I haven't left the house since Saturday. I've literally been in the house for the last 3 days because I work here. So but I have a little area on top of my stereo that I keep the album that we're going to be featuring that sits here for 2 weeks that reminds me to listen to the album, do some research on the album, work on the show, and it changes, every 2 weeks that I flip-flop it to, whatever album we're doing. But Van Halen 1 is still sitting here glaring right at my face 50 hours a week.
Awesome. Who's got the chat up? Who wants to say g'day to everybody who's here? Who wants to do that today?
I haven't got it up yet, so I literally just, as you know, Andrew, I just ran through the door and switched this on. So
yeah, follow my tailwind, Brad.
You got the chat up?
Yeah, we got Mark Tanner, Music Therapy Laz, Robot Master Switch was in here bright and early. We also have Derek Clacton, and I think that's about it so far. I know just communicating on Instagram, I had a few people that wanted to join tonight. It's a little late their time, but they will be watching the replay. So thank you very much for watching the replay. We appreciate it. Just because you guys can't make it live doesn't mean you can't watch it the next day. And leave your comment, because when you leave your comment the next day, we will reply back unless you're, well, we won't say it.
No. But
Daddy Bean in the house.
Yeah, Daddy Bean. Hey, yeah, of course. If you guys have
Daddy
any
Bean
questions
Raid,
in the
here we
chat,
go. Daddy Bean Raid, Cobra Kai Platoon's in here.
Oh, really?
Who else?
So what?
Yeah, it's coming now.
So what were they doing?
80s.
You don't need to change.
Johnny Bean's 80s show.
Oh,
Yeah, just
okay.
ended with John Mancuda.
Okay, because I'm normally at work when they're doing that.
There's the raid. Johnny Bean Raid. I need to get one of those for when I tee off on the golf course. Four!
That's hilarious.
Speaking of golf, Phil the Pill.
Oh, Lefty.
Hey?
Lefty. Yeah, he was on fire all weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. Johnny Bean TV Raid. Johnny Bean TV, second runner-up for the T-shirt. If Robot Master Switch wouldn't have got it, Johnny Bean TV would have been the second runner-up. So what are we going to talk about today, gentlemen?
We're here to talk about Musicman, Axis, EVH models.
Yeah, there you go.
We're going to talk about Mammoth. We're going to talk about Wolfgang.
Yep.
And we're just going to shoot the breeze and catch up and have a bit of a laugh and for an hour and a bit, whatever it takes to get through it all. Plus, I think we've got a couple of little show and tells.
Whatever comes up.
I'll be honest with you guys. You know, we could never have enough shows about Eddievanmusicman guitars. In my opinion, you know, it's one of my favorite guitars. In fact, I got asked the question. I was at work and I was talking to a good friend of mine about, you know, rushing home to do this show, and he's a bit of a Van Halen fan too. And we were talking guitars, which is always good. And he said to me, you know, the usual, which guitar would you have? And I said, mate, do you know what? I'd take a coin, and if I could have the 5150 or the Musicman, I'd flip the coin, and I'd be happy with whatever fate gave me.
There you go.
And there you go.
You look it up on YouTube, and there's tons of stuff on the Frankie. There's tons of stuff on the 5150. There's not enough stuff on this Ernieballmusicman, and maybe it's because, you know, it only made it through 2 albums. That, you know, it's not as iconic as those other 2. I love them all, but I'm in the same boat as you, Andrew. Those 2, I mean, obviously the Axis was my first Eddie guitar. My first guitar was a Kramer Focus, but then I got the Axis, and then my next one was the 5150. So that tells you kind of where I lie too. I'm in the same boat.
What about you, Brad?
Well, I love them all for a different reason, I think. You know, the Frankie, you know, the different versions of the Frankie, the 5150, the Kramer, and the Musicman. I love the Peavey as well. I mean, listen to Humans Being, and it sounds very similar to a Musicman anyway. It just looks a bit different. It's got a cool look to it. It took a bit of time for me to get my head around the Peavey one, to be honest with you, at first. But once I saw the film clip to Humans Being with the black one, I was just sold then. And obviously the EVH range, there's some beautiful guitars in that range as well. And I must admit, I love, you know, the USA model, the white one. I love the relic sort of look as well, the one that Ed played, the one that I'm sure that's worth an absolute fortune these days to buy new, which, you know, unfortunately, prices of those sort of things are on the incline. So, yeah, part of the reason we're talking about the Axis so much, because it's value for money, and it's such a great guitar. puts you in the ballpark for a USA made guitar as well. And you pretty much got an EVH without an EVH signature on it, really, the way I see it.
Yeah. Hey, JJ, it's been a long time, brother. Nice to see you. Our Englishman living in LA, in California. Good to see you, brother. It's got a beautiful Les Paul custom.
I think, yeah, Les Paul custom, beautiful.
Yeah, Cobra Kai talks about how the shark's his favorite, and I was going to try to pull up a quick picture of his shark. If you guys are on the Discord, this is Cobra Kai's shark. Cobra Kai, I hope you don't mind I'm showing this, but look at this thing. He even has the anvil case. That thing is amazing. What a beauty. And I'm telling you, after I get done with my Bumblebee, this will probably be my next build right here. For sure.
So tell us a little bit about that guitar that you know, Kurt. So is that something that Cobra Kai built himself from scratch?
No, Cobra Kai can chime in, but I think it is a Donnie Ward made shark. If you guys are familiar with some of the old shows with Johnny Bean and Rob Johnson and David Nesdahl, they talked about Donnie Ward. But this poster was on my wall when I was in high school. And I cut it up and had to buy a new magazine just so I could get this poster again. But this thing basically was pinned up next to my bed.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's a sweet, if you guys don't have this magazine, this is a good one. You got that one, Andrew?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Yep.
I've got it.
I got a whole stack of ones. This one just came in the mail today. I'll do a quick run through if you guys want.
Yeah.
91.
Hold on.
91.
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on,
go
bro.
ahead.
Present you. Hold on. Yep.
91. Guitar for the Practicing Musician. This is right when Forunlawful Carnal Knowledge came out. Real quick, I'll show you guys the poster inside, which is, I mean, look at this photo right here.
Oh.
Yeah, awesome.
Look at his chubby cheeks. He's got his chubby cheeks on.
That's baby cheeks because they just had a baby.
He looks good.
There's another one. This is another classic. Let's see if there's a poster in here. Probably is. I was just showing Andrew this one in the green room.
Oh.
I gotta frame these things and put them out in the living room after my wife leaves me. This one, and you guys saw today, I posted a photo on Instagram. Oh, it's not in this photo, not in this magazine. Here's another one. I just got a ton of them here, a ton of magazines. But those ones are just basically kind of around the ErnieBallmusicman in that 91, 92, 93, 94, 95 era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And don't forget this one here. We were kind enough to get copies all the way from the United States, from the Rev. If you guys haven't checked this one out, we've done a show, in fact, on this whole Damasio article. If you guys haven't been to their site, it's probably still available on their website. Go and get that PDF file.
Yep.
Download it.
Another poster I got. It's a little ripped, but we'll open it up. I got to fix it.
Hold on, bro.
Look at that thing.
Wow.
Oh. Bunch of stuff on the back of it, too. Pretty cool. Got this one, too. I told Andrew I got a lot with a bunch of old magazines. This one is from 82.
Wow.
There's another one with the black Ripley. Pretty similar to Johnny's Ripley.
It's a famous photo too, that one, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's a
yeah. I have this one, but it's cut up, so I got a better version. This one.
Oh, wow.
which is pretty
That's
good.
English. Is that
That's
English?
It's from UK, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Really good pictures in it. And then we'll save the best for last for Brad. Flying V. Your 12 World 84. Look at that.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
this
daddy.
is a prime piece of real estate right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Every time we have these shows, Brad says you're a collecting nut, and he's right.
Well,
He actually says a few more other adjectives, guys.
Nutbag.
yeah, we'll keep them in the green room, eh?
Yeah. I should make a library one day.
You've got some amazing stuff there, Kurt. We sit here in envy, but at least we get to live through your eyes. You know what I mean? That's the main thing.
You're right.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. I want to do a special shout out to Tony and his show too, don't we, bro? You were a the guest star on it a couple of days ago. So always want to do a special shout out to Tony. Keep up the good work, Tony. We love you, brother.
Yeah.
Well, Tony's a good man.
Yeah, love the show. It's great. Awesome.
It's 12:50 where he is, and he's got to get up at 5 a.m. And he told me, text me when you guys go live so I can wake up and watch. And I'm like, dude, go get some sleep. But I text him. I text him, but yeah, he's. I mean, that just shows his true character right there. You know, same with Johnny and Robot Master Switch and Cobra Kai and Music Therapy Labs. All these guys that are in the United States. You know, it's late in the day, and we all really appreciate your guys' dedication and loyalty and contribution for sure.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And it's humbling. It's humbling to just have 13, 14 cats hanging out with us, talking about stuff that we love, that we've always loved since we were boys. And I know we've got a bit to talk about, guys, but what turned 33 a couple of days ago? Jeepers, 33 years ago.
I know. Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. When you see when you see all these little reminders pop up, of our ages, and it's amazing. It makes me think, wow.
I go backwards in time. 33 years, and then I think back to how old I was when I bought it, and
Me too.
I instantly get older.
Me too. I'm not going to tell you how old I was, but I had to grab the calculator out because I'm that old. I can't do it in my head anymore.
You can't. No more hands and fingers and toes.
But you got it, brother. But I remember getting this album, and we've done a show on this album, and we're going to go and do another show too, guys. A little bit more in depth on this album, because it was one of the albums, that defined Van Halen. Oh, cheapers, they all did, didn't they? But all these albums have special places in our hearts, because of the songs attached to it, the tone, and maybe even, if you can remember the era when it came out.
Yeah, I think I posted something on my story today. I might have on Instagram. One of my favorite solos, Mine All Mine. Oh my God, that is just a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Right, Johnny?
Yeah, it's a great album, OU812. Great album. And the more, as time goes on, the more, like I was just listening to it yesterday. I think I put the whole album on from start to finish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it just seemed to go too quick as well. I was like, I wanted it to keep going. There's so many great songs on it.
Yeah.
Wabo, I really was just sinking into the riff. Just going, man, these guys were in the zone on that album. They were
Black and Blue.
Blue. Yeah. They were in a good place in that time. I think they were it's such a good album. They were you can capture their feel, it's got a great energy.
Yeah, they were on the curve of maturity, and I think of it as Don Landy and Eddie's, masterpiece. Ted wasn't in the studio for that. They had probably a lot of freedom. It was incredible.
I think we mentioned this on the show we did on that album in particular, the rankings, that we'd love to hear a remastered version of it with a little bit of bass in there.
Yep.
A little bit more bass in there would be great, in my opinion.
Yep. And Johnny and I were talking about this on Fruitcake Tony's show on Sunday, the mix on that album was kind of the era. All the pop stuff that came out kind of had that same, let's call it tone. But if you compare it to Balance or 1984, it's completely different. But yeah, if they could remaster it and get it somewhere in between those two, I think it would be amazing. And if I know Johnny has I can't remember what it's called, but where you can change the EQ settings on something, you can probably, remaster it a little bit yourself and get it to sound kind of the way you want it to sound.
Yep.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about going through doing these ranking of the tracks albums is that it gives you an opportunity to actually position the album historically in the context of the time. So the fact that you guys spoke about that, we got to remember that this album, as you said, came out in 1989. It's a product of its time, as well as the culmination of Van Halen up to that point. But, the key thing, I suppose, for Van Halen nuts like us is to look and see what's in those songs that could indicate where the band was going in the future. And that's the great thing about these albums, is that all of them have snips of how and where they're going to go in the future. That's what I love about it. It's not just it's not a full stop or a blank with these albums.
Yeah. And
like stepping stones.
And the album that followed is, obviously I've mentioned this on the show many times, is probably my favorite album from Van Halen. So it's like the stepping stone into it. You can hear little bits leading into that. And then obviously they took it to the next level again. They went one step further, in my opinion. So,
you know how the Rolling Stones have a golden run, with Biggest Banquet, Let It Bleed, Sticky Fingers, Exile. Well, 5150, OU812, Carnal Knowledge, and Balance. Pretty good.
Pretty good era for Van Halen. Pretty good era.
I got vinyl envy right there. I wish I had that vinyl. I wish I had it right here, right now.
Well, that's probably a good point for us to get into the bloody meat and potatoes of the show.
Sure.
Is vinyl. So this idea of vinyl. So Van Halen vinyl's going up, man. I've been looking at the Balance records for the last 6 months, and Balance is just going sky high. And it's just like some of these guitars, they're going sky high.
I have all of them, but Balanced for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, those are the only two I don't have. I got all the rest. But I've been bidding on a couple on eBay, and I refuse to pay $90 to $100 for one.
They're going for $150, 200 New Zealand dollars here for that album.
That's crazy.
Brad, do you have something you want to unbox real quick? You're getting antsy. You're like a kid at Christmas.
Oh, he's got the itchy finger.
Yeah, he's like me. I used to peek in the package before Santa Claus came.
So talking about the carnal knowledge era of Van Halen, I received a package in the mail today, and it's from New Zealand, so I'm guessing I know who it's from because I only know I'm pretty sure it's a sneaky little package that
I know two people from New Zealand, Frodo Baggins and Andrew.
I think I know what's in here, so I thought I literally walked through the front door here, and it was waiting at the door for me. So I thought, racing in for this show.
Oh, you got the rings, the golden rings.
I might have to time out here in a minute.
Show us those guns.
Yeah, let me get out the true oil.
Congratulations, bro.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
You know what they should have done with that shirt, guys? Time out. There, he's going to put it on. You remember the best of Volume 1 with that logo with the golden rings on the front?
Yeah.
And then the back had the Wolfgang.
Yes.
Like
lying down
with the cigarette. They should have put that on the back with with the songs on it or something. That would have been cool. Maybe we can get Cobra Kai Platoon to make one.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool, huh?
Oh, I've got that DVD somewhere.
Look,
I'm looking for
quick, like Superman in a phone booth.
Beautiful.
Man, where did you get
awesome,
that?
Bro.
Is that from the Van Halen store?
Andrew's got connections.
That's sweet.
No, it's not in the Van Halen store. So there's a local guy up in Auckland that's making them. So
I'll send you some money.
No. You just hold on. No.
Hang on, I'm just gonna. It's better that you look at this all the show.
Okay.
Look at that with the guitar in the background. That's like a postcard.
Yeah. Awesome. No problem.
Andrew.
Well,
no problem.
Before we get into Wolfgang, you want to talk about this real quick?
Absolutely. We want an update. Come on.
So the body is still not here.
Oh,
as you guys know, I got the neck. It was on the card. It looked like I was falling down a fireman's pole holding it. But since I got the headstock, I've actually put the Godot tutors on. I just put them on today. I don't have them screwed in. I don't have them screwed in yet. I just kind of threw them on, but it's crazy how much neck weight it puts on this thing.
wow.
But as you guys know, there was a knot in the original headstock. It really looks bad with the lighting. There we go. That's better. So I put that on with some stain. And then I don't know if you guys knew this. Did you know about this, Brad or Andrew? You see that?
Yes, you put the stain there.
Yeah, so you know what that is?
Lipstick.
Nope. Brad,
tell me.
I'll give you a guess.
Blood.
No, that's paint when he painted the white and black Frankie red. It's from his fingers.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
So I added that, and then I completely oiled, sanded, and I guess we'll go through the process of this just so you guys know. So I'll give you a little backstory. Eddie liked his guitar necks bare wood.
Yep.
And when he would get guitars from Kramer, or when he would put together some of his other guitars, like the Circles guitar, the Rude guitar, it would be bare neck. And if any of you guys have played a bare neck guitar, after a while, the oil and the dirt and the sweat on your hands will actually eventually treat the back of the neck, and it'll give it a natural feel versus bare wood or finished. The problem with finished is it gets slick, and when you sweat, it gets a little bit of gummy, or if it's satin, it's not fast enough, to go up and down the neck. So Eddie preferred bare wood that would be treated naturally. Well, when he switched to when he switched to Ernie Ball, you can't necessarily sell a guitar with a bare neck because maple, I can't remember what the scientific name is, but the grains are end grained, and so it absorbs moisture really easily. So your neck can warp. It can get, just due to weather, it can cause problems if it's not treated. So Ernie Ball actually came up with a process. There's this stuff you can buy called Birchwood Casey True Oil. And this is actually, if you read closely, it's a gunstock finish. So it's actually an oil. It's an oil product that when it dries, it becomes almost like a varnish, but it's different than using varnish. So what I did on this is I sanded the hell out of it. I put F1 oil. Any of you guys use this stuff? It's awesome. So I put F1 oil on it, rubbed it down, let it soak in, hit it with 4/0 steel wool, put more F1 oil. I probably put 3 or 4 coats of F1 oil on it to represent a year's worth of playing by hand. And then I put 2 coats of this True Oil on it. And then after it dried, I hit it with 4/0 steel wool, which knocks down all the rough, makes it smooth. And then I just got some new stuff here, which my microphone just fell. It's wax. So this is, I got this from FU Tone. This is Monty's guitar wax. And if you see it, it's just like real pasty. Other stuff I did on my 5150, I used 100% natural beeswax. But after you put the F1 oil on and get rough again, you put this wax on and it gives it that sheen finish and makes it feel like smooth as a factory finish. So that process, Andrew, is used. Ernie Ball guitars, Peavey used it, and now EVH all uses that same process. Sanded down, oil, True Oil, and then they wax it, and then they send it off. That way you get that natural worn-in feel to the guitar neck. I've done it to all my guitars except for my Les Paul because it's finished. But amazing finish. It lasts forever, and it gives you that that feel, Brad and Andrew, that you guys have on your Ernie Ball. You feel that like amazing feeling to the back of your neck. That's the process they use. So there's your gear tip for the week. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and I will answer them as they come in on finishing the back of your neck. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Any idea when you're going to get your body?
So I ordered it on April 8th, and he said six weeks. So
okay, can't be far away.
Yeah, next week or the week after. But as soon as that thing comes in, I'm gonna put grain filler in it, sand it. It'll be. You got to go.
No. I'm just going like you're going to stop everything and just make sure that guitar you get that. That's what. Yeah.
I'll have it done. The paint can't dry quick enough. So
I'm looking forward to the finished product.
I
don't know how you're maintaining your patience level, because I get very impatient.
I have no fingernails. I've been chewing them off for the last 3 weeks. This neck has never seen so much rubbing. I've been basically massaging it for the last 2 weeks, just getting it ready to throw a neck on or a body on it.
Keep it above the belt, Kurt, all right? Keep it as a family show. That segues into the Music Man. That segues into the Music Man really well with the neck you were talking about.
I got some photos. Of hold on, guys. We'll just throw these up there and hold on. Where are we? Okay. So look at that neck. That's the back of someone's neck.
Look at that wood.
Makes me excited.
Yeah.
So this is Brad's. What year is your Axis, Brad?
I think it was. I should look it up again. I think it was 2006.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Look at that.
Great flame on that thing.
Beautiful guitar, mate. Beautiful. I'm very grateful to have it.
So, as Andrew goes through these beautiful photos, how much have you played that thing since you got it? I know life's been crazy, but
in between, look at the flame on that. That's amazing.
that's crazy.
I've done a few little changes to it, Kurt. I've reversed the neck pickup.
That a baby.
Yeah. So I've reversed the neck pickup and obviously changed the strings. I've done a bit of modding with the springs. I'm just making some adjustments. I'm still getting used to the string gauge and the tension on that. I've actually just started getting it to that point that when you do your bends, like you do, where the floor doesn't lift too much. I like it sort of staying stationary. I'm not, I don't like it too floppy on the Floyd. I like it a little bit tighter than probably some people do. But
it's a family show. Keep it clean.
I'm still having trouble with the detuner. So I've still got to play around with that a bit. But I've been playing the damn thing a lot. Late at night, I'm just sitting around very quietly playing it, just getting used to it. So obviously the aim with this thing is to start playing it live. Like Andrew showed in the photos, there's a really nice subtle bird's eye all the way down the neck. And on the fretboard as well. You probably can't see it here.
I'll go through the rest of those photos though, bro, too, and for people.
And Brad, when I did a lot of reading this week, when I knew on Sunday we were going to talk about these Ernie balls, and I read a lot of stuff that the Godot bridge didn't take the detuna very well.
Right.
I don't know if it had to do with the thickness of the plate on the actual Floyd itself, but what I've read is that they're real sensitive to that detuna, and man, I don't know if Johnny's still in the chat, but I know he's pretty, up to speed on those detunas on how they work. He did change his Floyd to a Floyd Rose instead of the Godot.
Right.
But I don't have one on mine. I don't have a detuner at all, but what I've read is that they're real sensitive to the Godot bridge.
Near the pickups, that's the neck pickup, that one.
There you go.
So around, that's the bridge. I couldn't get the bridge out because of that lead that solders in. It's fairly tight and I didn't want to hook on it. So just tilted it back. Obviously, I didn't take all the strings off while I was doing that, but that's the tremolo.
So, Andrew, I know that. Go back to the back of the pickup picture. There you go. So I have my tone zone right here.
Hold on.
It's copper on the back where Brad's is. Here we go.
Hold on, Brad.
Or it's brass, I guess we'll say.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Where on the Musicmans, they're black on the back.
Yeah.
But who knows what that means? I mean, it's all about the wiring and the ohms, really, that matters on these bad boys. But yeah. If you guys don't know, this is going in the Bumblebee, which is kind of everyone's been giving me a hard time about what pickup to put in there. Everyone's telling me to put a Pariah pickup in there, put a this and that. But I love the sound of this pickup, and I just want to see what it sounds like with an ash body. If it doesn't sound good, I'll get something different.
Yeah, but isn't that the whole idea with building your own guitar, that you can put a pickup in because you think that this is going to be, and if you don't like it, We've all done it. You just rip it out and put another one in. Sell it. Easy.
Yep. Yeah. So, Brad, you changed the springs.
Yep.
Any of you guys have the FU tone noiseless springs?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
but I was looking at those. I was actually looking at those 2 days ago.
I just got a set that came in.
I was going to investigate the FU tones.
So
Not that I want to change too much on this, but if I can make the spring tension better or whatever it may be.
Yeah, these yellow ones I'm going to put in the Bumblebee, and then I have these red ones that just came today that I think I'm going to put in my Music Man. But kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about, guys, is on guitars, Eddie was real particular about everything from the tuners to the strings to the nut to the neck down to the bridge to the saddles to the springs to the claw to the trip, everything. Where I can't remember what he referenced it, or maybe it was Matt Bruck, but it was like a chain. And you wanted to have everything in that chain, like in connectivity. And sometimes your guitar can have a weak link, whether it be the claw, the screws, the springs, the saddles. So you don't have to open, you don't have to do that. But I actually bought 4 of these brass claws with brass screws, and I'm going to replace every single trim claw with this brass claw.
Nice.
Just to kind of get the best possible sound that you can. And I really think that was one of the things Eddie really honed in on, was making sure that there was no chain link in the chain that wasn't perfect or wasn't dialed in. And it kind of goes to the tuners, the strings, the string retainer, the nut, everything, the way the neck is sitting on the body, the way the bridge is sitting on the body, all those things I think have minimal, I guess, piece of the tone that you're looking for. And if you can improve by getting a $10 brass claw, I think it's worth the shot. So I'm gonna upgrade all my claws to brass and put brass screws in. I've changed a lot of my stuff to titanium, using the titanium screws in the nut and in the Floyds, just because that's what Eddie did. And as we all know, he was a master of the tone.
And that's one of the great things about being fans of Eddie and his guitars, because you can get something stock and keep it if you want. That's fine. Mm-hmm. No one's not going to give you any grief, or you can mod the heck out of it. You can go as far as you want. And that's what I love. That's what I love about this community, because the sky's the limit, or you can just keep it standard.
Right. Now, Brad, is your bridge sit pretty flush to the body?
Yeah, it's resting fairly closely.
Yeah, and you with 2 springs, if you can get 2 springs and you can still have that thing flush to the body, I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah, I've got it wound in pretty. I'm not very good at setting up these sort of bridges and systems, so I'm just playing it by ear. I'm learning as I'm going, which most people know me as a Les Paul guy. Mm-hmm. So this is my second guitar for Floyd Rose, in all my years of playing guitar. So it's been a learning curve. I'm just going to clarify that this is a 2009 model too. I said 2006 before. Made an error. That's 2009, September 25, 2009. Right. And that's the wonderful thing about Music Man, ERnieballmusicmans. You can go and look. Gives you the build date and everything on the website.
Right.
Yeah. I just want to quickly show. It's interesting because you've got I'll show you mine, because mine is similar to your setup. So I've got, obviously, my Floyd is flat.
Yep.
Okay, I've got 2 springs, but look how far my claw is out compared to your one. Hold on.
Now, do you actually when you do your bends, Andrew, does the Floyd lift up?
A little bit, and I like it like that.
Okay, that's I'm trying to limit that from happening unless I do stupid big unison bends and stuff. You know what I mean? So I just like it a little bit more against the body, which gives me more familiar sort of feel to what a Les Paul does, if that makes sense. So
the closer those springs are in,
the tighter it pulls it in. So basically, what I'm saying, guys, is like when you're doing light bends, like when that claw is further down, or the screws aren't as far in, that tends to lift a bit like that, and you hear it, and you feel it. And I kind of like when I'm doing really high bends, I can just start to feel it lift. But other than that, I don't like do it when I'm doing just like, like it's not lifting there. If I go, you can hear it sort of going, just lifting. Yeah.
And for me, it doesn't matter that much, because I'm a palm player, so my hand is pretty much on the bridge. So if I am bending, I'm putting pressure on that bridge, so the bridge stays flush. Yeah. But that was a good point, because before I fiddled around when I was bending it, it was like flapping, like a plane flap.
I found that really difficult to get used to, and that's when I got the thing that had the 3 springs in it, obviously all straight in line, and it was fairly tight. Too tight. It was like you need to do a year in the gym to be able to push it down, a year of weightlifting to push it down. It was so tight. So I've just found a really happy medium, but it's temporary. I'm probably going to do some little upgrades, maybe look at different springs and try some different things, like Kurt was saying, like springs, and just try a few things. But I'm not going to be doing any serious mods to the guitar other than just playing with a few little things and keeping all the original stuff in a little bag. And I've kept, you gave me these, Andrew. I've kept the original.
Awesome.
Everything. Yeah. Okay.
I got a trim claw on mine, or a trim stopper on mine.
Oh, okay. So explain to us what the trim stop does for the people in the chat who don't know.
So the trim stop. Sorry, I got to get around this cord. When you let go of the bar, your Floyd trues up to where it was originally, and there's a little bit of gap in between the block and the body. And when you put a trim stop there, that eliminates the Floyd from going down further, but it also connects the brass block to the rest of the body. So you gain more resonance by adding more connectivity to the whole body of the guitar via the trim and strings with that trim stopper.
So you recommend them, is what you're saying?
Yeah, they're $9. And all you got to do is put them in and just have that screw touch your tremolo, your brass block. Let me get it. You can see it just barely touching.
You might need to get one, Brad. Just a simple, that might solve your problem, bro. What do you think? That's going to solve it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's when you so Kurt, you're just saying that stopper just connects the brass body to the brass to the body, so that when you're playing, it just gets more resonance, but it doesn't stop anything with the Floyd moving or anything like that, does it? Because it's it's not floating, so it doesn't pull back.
Right, but it connects everything together when you don't have the bar depressed.
Right. Okay. So, I've got it set up so when I'm bending, like, it's not moving at all.
Right.
But you can hear it just starting to lift when I go over bends. If I go more than a 1.5 step bend, I can start to feel it moving then.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, maybe those heavy duty red springs from FU-Tone might tighten that up a little bit for you.
When I've been, which is what most people do, it's
And
not
you're
moving.
running 10 still?
I put 9 to 46s on.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Yep.
9 to 46.
Hmm.
How do you like it?
It's
or how are you adapting?
Yeah.
It's taking time.
Yeah.
Because with 10s, I tend to play fairly hard.
Uh-huh.
So I'm learning to adapt, and it's actually changed my playing a bit, which is good, I guess. It's something different. And because it's in standard tuning, the 9s make it nice, like 10s on a guitar. Because these are Fender scale, aren't they? This is something that we have. So Fender scale, where 10s on it tuned to standard are starting to get tight for me. It's unbelievable. I used to use 11s and 12s, but I just can't use them anymore.
You can't put 10s on that guitar. You
I
can't
get
put 10s. That guitar won't work with 10s.
It plays a lot better with 9s, and even just the harmonic caps and everything just sort of sounds a little bit more natural with 9s on it. But were these designed for 946 or 940?
42.
9 to 42s. Okay. I still like a pretty heavy bottom string. I don't, for when I'm playing, heavier rhythms.
Super slinky coated super slinkies, I think, are the best for that guitar.
Yep.
What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah. I'm a fan. I whether they are the Diodero ones or the Ernieball coated. I'm a fan of the coated guitar strings. They just last 4 times longer. Big fan of them, especially when you put in.
These are absolutely the best money can buy, in my opinion.
Yep.
And Brad, they're about $3 or $4 more per pack.
Yep.
The Cobra Kai Platoon's not in the chat anymore. I don't know, but he tried. Dude, these are the best.
Yep. The pink ones.
Yep.
Okay.
But
these are good too.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I've tried those too. I've put those on a on my 5150. Yep.
The high output. So supposedly, if you see the scale there, they're supposed to have more of an output.
I didn't like the way that they felt. I think the Dioderos feel better on my fingers.
Oh, they
feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally think 42s might be a little light for my liking, but
yeah, that makes
maybe
sense.
Maybe the 9 to 46s in that would be more suitable for me. Because I'm a pretty heavy player when it comes to when I play a Strat or Les Paul. I play, so it's kind of like learning to play in a less aggressive way. And it's never a bad thing to learn something different, which I'm not knocking it. So. But at the moment, I think 42s might be too slinky for me. Just that little bit too slinky.
How do you like the neck down towards the nut?
Up here?
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
It's like going to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. After you go to the bathroom.
That's the best part of the guitar, I think.
And this guitar, as we've discussed before, and I'm sure all of the Music Mans are the same. They're just so loud when they're not plugged in. Wow! Like they just resonate. Like I can feel that all through my body resonating. And it's not plugged in at all. So it's a good guitar to sit and play when you're sitting on the couch too, with not plugged in. You can sit there and just.
Oh man, mine's out of tune.
Because you can actually hear it.
Yeah.
No, they're such well-made guitars, and I guess that segues into the whole pricing thing. I mean, I picked this up for a steal, and that's the only reason I got it. You know, it's a guitar I can't afford to go and buy a EVH one, so this is the next best thing for me. It looks the same to me. I don't really have. I've got one point of reference for an EVH one. I've played it once many years ago, and it feels the same to me. I mean, you'd have to A/B them, I think, but just because it's got that on it doesn't mean it's, you know, it's to me.
Well, the Rev's going to go through the differences between our Axises and the signature one. So, can you just give us a frontal assault with your Axis, Rev? Can you show it? Can you get caught up in your chords again? Get caught. Oh.
And I was telling Andrew, I have a Godot bridge on mine.
Mm.
Oh.
So it's a little bit different than, I don't know why, the Music Man. Yeah.
Oh, aren't they beautiful guitars?
Yeah, they are.
What year is it, Kurt?
I think it's 98, 99. I got to look it up. It's been I got to look it up, but I think it's late 90s.
Okay.
So the prices of these guitars, guys, they're not flattening out or you know, dipping. They're still rising. They're still climbing.
Yeah.
So if you guys are out there for, you know, if you're not in the market for a signature model, which is, you know, ridiculously priced, or even the EX models, which are again even ridiculously priced, you need to get out there and get an Axis, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yes.
My buddy Rob Johnson just picked up purple one. I think he got it on Saturday, but I think it came in yesterday or the day before, and I'll pull up a picture. Absolutely beautiful top on it. Incredible. Did you see it on Instagram?
I think I saw it on Instagram, yeah.
But he, this is his probably 7th or 8th one, and he's still buying them. Yeah, you want to
hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, look at that.
And Brad, he painted the headstock black, just like this one.
Oh,
can we get them both in here?
Yeah, squeeze them in, baby.
There you got it. Hey, it's a family show. Whoa. There we go.
So he's not going to sell it. He's going to keep it.
So he had a purple one that he had repainted because the finish wasn't right on it, and CHS Guitars painted it for him. And this one came up, and he just wanted to go back to a stock one. So we sold it to another buddy of ours and then got this one. So I think for Rob, it was the right time. The money was right. And he got it for what they were worth pre-October 6th price,
Nice.
Which, you know, if you can do that, you can't pass it up.
Yeah.
See that price there, that Robot Master Switch is thrown up there, 2.4 US. That's 5.5K here, New Zealand. That's 500 more than a Les Paul for a brand new Axis. They're not cheap guitars. They are not cheap guitars, guys.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Look, I think I got this probably $1,000 less than they are market price at the moment in Australia. So I was quite lucky because I wanted to get it as a player. Obviously, I want to use this thing live. So, you know, the price this was, obviously I want to look after it and pay it, but it's a player to me. So, yeah.
I'll answer Black Salami's question. So, Eddie, this Ernieballmusicman was a culmination of all the Kramer guitars that he had, all the Charvel guitars that he had, all the Gibson guitars that he had, the Ibanezdestroyer, the Boogie Bodies Frankenstrat. It's basically 20 some years of trial and error put into this Ernie Ball Music Man. And there was a falling out with the company, whether it was production quantity or availability, to where he switched to Peavey. And honestly, he had a hard time having Peavey make their guitars to Ernie Ball's status. The way they bolted the neck on, the tuners, like a bunch of things. And there was a falling out with Peavey and the EVH. There's a few upgrades. The tone pot, few other things, maybe the bridge, but it's pretty much the same thing. Really, it is just made by another company.
Tone pot,
but when
the switch, the position of the switch.
Yeah, the position of the switch. I'm talking the EVH Wolfgangs here.
Oh, sorry, brother. Sorry.
Yeah. Not a lot of differences. They're basswood bodies with the maple top. They have the both pickups drilled directly into the body. Maple neck, same finish, different headstock. I would say if you put EVH Wolfgang pickups into an Ernie Ball Music Man or Ernie Ball Axis, it'd probably sound damn near the same. So
okay,
if that helps you answer, I would say they're pretty dang close.
Okay, So I had a 2010 made in Japan. Hold on, guys. I'll just present myself. Hold on. Made in Mexico, Wolfgang.
Made in Japan?
Made in Japan, sorry. Made in Japan, Wolfgang. I sold it to fund my Music Man because I always wanted the Music Man. Okay, so, and the only reason why I managed to get the Music Man is because it was at a very good price. But I, didn't really bond with my Wolfgang. I regret selling it now. I regret selling my Wolfgang now, but I suppose the point that I'm saying is when I saw that guitar on the Carnal Knowledge tour, that for me, guys, that was it. This guitar, a version of this guitar resonates within me at a deeper level than the Wolfgangs. And, I think as guitar players and fans, that's an acceptable excuse for why you perhaps like one guitar over another.
Yeah.
I can hear that here. And it's not even through my cans. I'm sure I can hear the sound waves.
Just all the way from Melbourne, Australia, just not plugged in.
New Zealand.
Across the ocean.
Yeah,
go ahead,
totally
Brad.
what you're saying, Andrew, but I'm sure you regret selling it, but you move one thing on to get something else. So that's kind of,
that's what I
do things. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some guitars I'll never sell, but yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I normally do.
If you guys are into Ernie Ball Music Bands, follow this guy on Instagram.
Hold on, bro. Oh, yeah, he's a dude.
EBMM, EVH. Yeah. I mean, let me pull up just here's some of his collection real quick. It's just insane. He sells the stickers. So if you guys are looking for the stickers, I bought those for the bridge of mine, and I actually got the ones for the headstock and the body that Eddie had. But follow that guy on Instagram. He's kind of an EVH. Let me show you one more picture. It just popped up here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So after Eddie parted ways with Music Man, they made some changes, and they switched it to the Axis, which all three of us have. And Andrew, did you want to talk about the 6 changes between the Signature and the Axis?
no. You know what they are.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm doing this off memory, but the first thing obviously is they took off the Signature off the headstock and put Axis on the top, which Brad showed his headstock there a few minutes ago. And the second one, I believe that's real key, is they modeled the neck off of Eddie's 5150. Don't quote me on that. I didn't write the article. A few other people did. But they digitally modeled the neck off of the 5150. And when
That's
I say digitally, they modeled it, the shape, from the heel all the way to the headstock. There was a small dent on the 4th fret on the 5150 that's actually in the Ernieballmusicman Signature series. So they tried to get it exact, the same contour on the fretboard as the 5150. Well, one of the problems was Eddie would have is the E string, and this happened on quite a few of his guitars. So I don't know if it was the way he played, but the high E string would slip off and it would catch on the pickup. So what they did was they widened it down towards the heel and made it a little bit wider, so would eliminate the high E string slipping off the neck.
By 1 millimeter.
Okay, we won't have anyone show us what 1 millimeter is, but it's not very much. So 1 millimeter, they changed it, but I think that was an improvement, right? The other thing is the volume pot on the Signature said tone. They switched it to say volume, which was probably standard, but the tone piece was kind of Eddie's Signature. And Brad, did you upgrade yours?
Mine must have been upgraded because it says tone.
Bam. There you go. And then while you have it there, the 3-way switch is right by the volume pot. And it used to be up on the small horn, which people said caused problems. When you went to tap on the fretboard, you could accidentally knock it into, the middle position or the next position. So they moved it down. And my opinion, guys, is I think those changes were probably already in the works when Eddie was still with them. They just didn't get a chance to put it in play.
I've read that too.
Yeah. Also, the other thing was they added a belly cut. The EVH models was completely flat on the back, just like the face of the guitar. So they added the belly cut, which is very comfortable. It's a natural contour for playing. That's an upgrade in my opinion.
Yep.
So added belly cut. And then the 6th one, which I've read in a few different forums, and I actually heard it from the man himself, Caleb Rappaport, a.k.a. Nerd Halen, that the Goto bridge on the Signature models had offset saddles, and then when they went to Access, they were not offset. They were true. So, guys, I apologize. I spent probably more time than I should have trying to research what exactly offset saddles meant, but I couldn't find anything. My only guess, and this is a guess, is that either the saddle blocks weren't square in the saddles or the screws weren't square. They were offset a little bit. But that was the 6th change that they made. Everything else, same thickness, same basswood body with the maple cap, same neck, cornison maple neck, same Signature headstock. Brad, I know you've only had yours for a couple months now, but tuning it, I prefer the 4 and 2. over like 3 and 3, which is probably blasphemy to you because you've been tuning 3 and 3 probably since you were 13, but it's pretty comfortable. And Eddie tried to get that into the Peavey, but it was copyrighted.
Yeah, which is a shame. Oh. But anyway, look, I'm glad you mentioned that, bro. I've got no idea what the hell they mean by offset on the bridge. I've got no idea. None at all.
Robot Master Switch or Cobra Kai Platoon might know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's fantastic. So I'm just looking at the time. We've got a few things that we've got to do. We're going to, when the Rev comes back, it's been a pleasure talking about Music Man guitars, and we're going to talk more about these guitars, guys. We are ERnieballmusicman Axis fans, and we are just going to talk about this. So when we find out what the offset means, we'll come on live and we'll talk about that. We'll share that with you. We need to find out what that means.
Yeah, and anyone in the chat, if you have any questions about the Music Man's Axis or the signature, throw them in there, and if we can help you out, we're here for you. So
yeah, and we're also, you know, privileged and blessed to have the Rev here with us, because, you know, later on when we go through the rankings, we're going to go through and do some DVDs, and we're going to do some of the songs on Van Halen 1, but we're going to go through and we're going to do the tones on these great albums too. So yeah, no, we've got plenty of stuff to talk about. So Wolfgang Van Halen. Are you guys going to share some opinions with us and the cats in the chat about Wolfgang Van Halen? This is your opportunity, guys.
Well, I mean, I've listened to pretty much everything that he's released at this point, and I love it. He's a very talented kid. Obviously, he's, you know, anyone that if you sit back and just listen to the music, and it's outstanding that he's done it all himself. That's a credit to him. I mean, wow, first album, and he releases it. It's all his own playing. He's playing every instrument, singing on it. Well done, Wolf. That's all I can say. Well done.
Yeah, listen, Eddie Van Halen was worth $100 million in American. And I don't think Wolfgang probably needed to work for the rest of his life. You know, I'm sure he inherited a big chunk of the estate. In fact, he was handed over the EVH brand, which is only growing and thriving and doing well. But he has this passion for his music. The dude is talented. And I'm going to say it here tonight, and I hope I don't offend anyone, but I told Andrew this on Sunday when I talked to him on the phone. I love Van Halen. They're an amazing band. They're my favorite, and they trump anyone else out there. But dude, this Mammoth album, to me, sonically and I guess just music writing period, is better than Different Kind of Truth, in my opinion. How many songs has he released? 6? Not one of them is a skip yet. So as a bold statement, I hope I don't offend anyone, but when I got the Different Kind of Truth album, I almost forced myself to listen to it, and this dude is catching my ear, and I think it's amazing.
Don't apologize, because, you know, we've done the ranking on the tracks of A Different Kind of Truth, you know, and look, I agree with you. I think this album is fantastic. It's fresh. It's rock and roll. It's a rock album, bro. You know, clearly this guy's a chip off. But I'm going to say one other thing to you guys and everyone else in the chat. This guy's half Dutch, even though his old man's American and Wolfgang was born in America. So technically he's American. He's half Dutch, and Dutch guys don't sit on their ass and do nothing, mate. Dutch guys are workers. You know what I mean? You know, they work. So the fact that, you know, that he's, clearly he's going to be a musician. He's going to continue this. I think his records are going to get better and better. It's a shame he can't tour, but you guys are opening up though now in America in some parts, so he'll be able to take that out on the road. And I think that's going to be a defining point for him. One thing and Brad might even agree, because Brad has produced an EP. And so it's one thing to produce an album, I think, from what I hear, and then it's another thing to go out there and take that on the road, isn't it? So we just wait. I can't wait for this young cat to get, well, we shouldn't say young, well, you know what I mean? He's a young fella.
He's
to get out
he's
there.
quarter Dutch, quarter Indonesian, and then
yeah. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, it's in him. It's in him to work.
We have the winner of the Lost Weekend. For the T-shirt, Robot Master Switch. He gave me that Indonesian thing, but he actually did comment on the offset on the bridge. If you want to highlight that, Andrew.
Oh, I was too busy talking and listening to you.
Yeah,
and I'm going to do a special shout out to our bro all the way from the United Kingdom. He's getting up now. He's probably on his first cup of tea, Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams. He'll have a Van Halen tattoo by the end of the century.
Gentlemen, I'm going to have to bail on you guys because I've got I've got an errand to run, family thing to do. So
close it up for you.
You guys can continue on the wolf thing, but I'm stoked by what I'm hearing. So that's my I'm going to listen while I'm driving to my destination to you guys finishing off the show. All right, and thanks everyone in the chat for joining us.
No, we're going to split together, mate. We're going to split together. We jumped on together. We're going to split together. That's cool.
I'm
all
sorry
right,
to speed you guys up.
All good. Love the shirt. Love the guitar.
Love the Rev. Love Brad. I'm going to talk to you guys later about a couple of things. Everyone in the chat, thank you. And thank you, Robot Master Switch, for that information. If you've got my email, can you email me that message that you just sent so I can do some research on that? I think it's fantastic. And stay safe, everybody. We're on in the weekend, and I'll do a thing for the ranking of the tracks of of Van Halen 1, and we'll be back in 2 weeks going through that album. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to hand it over to the Rev because the Rev is going to say goodbye and say see you later and go through the chat list.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Appreciate it. We got some last people coming in. Deja Voodoo, Simon Williams, Johnny Heartbreaker, the one and only Robot Master Switch, the Cobra Kai platoon in the house. Who else we got? Black Salami, Johnny Heartbreaker, JJ House of Jams, and James Gum came in and said hi.
G'day, James.
And Nelson Rodriguez. So that and Music Therapy last. Thank you guys.
Thumbnail, grab your music mans. All right. Now you guys can pull Kurt faces if you want. All right. You guys are awesome. We're out of here.
See you, gents. See you, crowd. See you, everyone.
Thanks, Brad.
Good.